Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In this tutorial, I am going to discuss about the K6, which is provided by the Grafana Labs. This is very popular tools which we can use to perform API load testing. Okay, so you can see this is the official site of k6.io, and here you can see the best developers experience for load testing. So this K6 is mostly used for the load testing we can do, but yes, for functional testing we can also use K6 tools. And the best part is that this is the open source and SaaS for engineering teams, right? It's provide you the open source, as well as there are some Grafana clouds environment where we can run our K6 test. So K6 test for load testing, we can run our local system as well as the cloud environment under the Grafana cloud. So this is for developers, reliability engineers, software engineer in test QA. So these teams are very frequently using these K6. The scripts, basically here we can use the JavaScript to write the test. So this is for API threshold config. We can here configure thresholds. GraphQL, we can handle this, automate. Cookies, we can handle. Babe sockets, APIs, we can handle. gRPC, we can handle and automate. So these types of APIs we can handle by using the K6 tools. So K6 test we can develop. After development, we can run on our own machine, local machine, or it also we can execute on a cloud environment. We can also run on both environment. We can use the same script to run the local as well as the distributed environment as and cloud environment. We can execute same test script. No need modification or no need separate test script for cloud, distributed or local. So this is load testing, end-to-end testing, fault injection testing. These type of testing regression we can use K6. And K6 also provides a integrations extensions to integrate the with the Postman, New Relic, Visual Studio, Datalog, IntelliJ IDE, Grafana, Kubernetes. So these it will provide the extension for these as well as the integration we can do by easily. It has also some communities, right? We can join and discuss to learn the K6. Like GitHub repository, it has, there is a link, Meetup, community forum, Slack, they have, Twitter, where they are postings, LinkedIn, YouTube channels. So these are some community where we can go and learn the K6. It has a very nice documentation. If I go in the documentation, right, here you can see the price. Price is basically, this is not for K6. This price is for the cloud environment, right? Grafana cloud, where they have free as well as some plan like Cloud Pro, Cloud Advance, right? So we can also use the free for these requirement, these details. Now they have documentation. If I go with the documentation, right, they have provided very nice documentation we can set up by using this one. K6 documentation. This documentation will help you to from the total beginners to seasoned K6 expert. Then get started running result output document. What is K6? Grafana K6 is open source load testing tools that make performance testing easy and productive for the engineers team. K6 is a free, developer centric and extensible. Using K6, you can reliable and performance of your system and catch the performance regression problems earlier. K6 features it provides CLI tools,
Scripting we can write in the JavaScript. Checks and thresholds, by using this we can handle the load testing. There are some use cases like for load testing, browser testing we can also do. It's provide a K6 browser, and chaos and resilience testing, performance and symmetric monitoring. Okay, so K6 does not natively in the browser, so it will not run the browser like a natively like a user is running. Does not run in Node.js. Okay, so now let's see how we set up the K6 and run our the test script. So in this tutorial I will show setup, and then I will write one test script and I will show how we execute the test. So they have set up here. This is very easy setup, right? It supports the Linux, Mac OS, Windows. So as of now I am going to set up this on Windows machine, and then later I will show how we set up this on Mac and as well as the Linux. So for the Windows, I am just going to run this command, bin-get install k6, copy this, open command prompt and done. Okay, now it started, right, downloading the k6. So k6 basically provide you the executable file directly. We can also download from the here the latest official installer, as well as this command will also help you. You can see this is downloading from this location. Once the download, it asks to install the package. So click on yes, and installation done successfully. So now if I type the K6, so you will see it will not recognize. Why? Because once we install, it will automatically set up the path in environment variable. So the terminal which is earlier open, it will not identify the commands K6. So let's open again the terminal. Now if I type the K6, recognized by the command Windows. So let's check the version. So K6 version I typed. Here you can see this details we can see here. Okay, now let's create one test script and run from the command line. So running K6. So following to learn how to run test, add virtual user, increase test duration, ramp up the number of requests up and down as a test run. So now we need to just copy this test. This is a very simple test script, and I'm going to create here one test file. This is the script .js. So because this is the supported JavaScript, so that's why we need to write the file JS file. Okay, and then we can open in the any tools, like I'm going to use the Visual Studio Editor and pasted the code which I copied from the here browser. Now if you want to run, then simple, we need to run this command. Okay, first let's move in this folder, copy this cd, I moved in this location. Now we need to run command k6 space run and file name. You can see k6 started running. Okay, so and run successfully. It's execution local script name this scenario. This is the scenario. Okay, data received 17 KB data received, data sent. Okay, these are the different details we are it's provide. Virtual user 1, virtual user max 1, iteration 1 iteration it's run, right? So only one time it's run with one user, it send the request and capture the details here, right? Now if I look here the summary, running 0/1 virtual user, 1 completed and 0 interrupted interaction. So total 1 virtual user executed this test. Now let's see how we add the users. So here basically this is a virtual user. Virtual user means if we talk about the performance testing, Then we need to provide the users, how many users hit the API or how many users hit the applications. So this is a known as here virtual user. So from the command line we can also pass the virtual user, like here it's 10, duration equal to 30 seconds, means 10 users will hit the application up to 30 seconds. So this information we need to pass along with the K6 run. Let's copy this and run here and run. So now in this case details, it's you can see this is running. Okay, 10/10 virtual user completed request is it's showing, and this is showing the time. So we are running for 30 seconds, so it will keep running 30 seconds and it will keep sending the request for 10 user parallelly. Okay, so that's why here you can see 200 completed, means now 200 were requests sent with the 10 users. Now here 100% executed, 10 max virtual user, one scenario we executed, right? And here we can get the detailed data received, data sent, blocked. So all these failed, 0% fail. Data receiving, data sending, iteration. Okay, how many iteration? So total to 240 requests sent, one user, maximum 10, minimum 1, maximum 10 user hit the details. So running 10 virtual users, 240 completed, 0 interrupted iteration, total virtual user 10 executed for 30 seconds. So these details we can see here. So in this way we can run the K6 script for performance testings. In the coming tutorial we will discuss in more details. Hope this will be helpful, and if you like the tutorial, click on the like button, subscribe the channel and share this tutorial to your friends and colleagues. Thanks for watching the video, and let's meet in the next tutorial.